Hi,
Hi,
I'm Mike.
I'm Ethel. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, we're gonna do a mock recording, mock counseling session today. I'm Ethel. I'm a counselor in training. I'm a student with SAU. Um, this is totally voluntary. Not You don't have to do it if you don't want to do it. Um, this is for my Introduction to Counseling Skills class. We're gonna meet for the next 5 weeks and do a video recording of a mock session. The first four sessions will be between 15 to 20 minutes in length, and the final session will be between 25 to 30 minutes in length. I do have to let you know that this recording will be viewed by my professors and other deans at the college. It's just totally voluntary. If you have any questions.
No, I know what I've signed up for.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about yourself today.
Well, uh, my name's Michael Brown, and how far you want me to go back?
As far as you would like to
Okay.
share.
I was born and raised in Little Rock. Uh, I um, I work in addiction and recovery, and I I'm an addict alcoholic in recovery, and I've been uh, real happy with my recovery journey. I'm really hoping that, and I need counseling personally because I feel that my I'm not good at relationships with women. Basically, um, I'm lacking in that area, and I was hoping that you know I don't want my personal um, desires for a relationship. I feel as though sometimes it clouds me from being effective at work, and you know just my change in lifestyle. I've made a lot of lifestyle changes, um, and I feel like I'm ready for a relationship, but I definitely know I have issues, and that's what I'd like to talk about.
Okay. What issues do you feel you have?
Well, number one, I part of working the steps. I work a 12-step program of recovery. Is we do a fearless and thorough moral inventory of ourselves with our sponsor, and um, I have a great relationship with my mother now. She's like my best friend
Okay.
ever, and but I also have abandonment issues, and I've learned that through my 3 4 years of working a program of recovery, peeling back the layers, and I've just come to realize that I think that a lot of my issues with trust um, and with relationships are related to when I was young, my mother remarrying and me feeling as though she kind of abandoned me, uh, and then I just started this cycle of you know wanting a relationship, but then ultimately self-sabotaging every single one of them. It's like I want to be close to, I want to be close and have a great relationship, but once I get it, I tend to destroy it.
Okay. Do you know why you just typically destroy your relationships? You say that you have abandonment issues, so you don't want someone there with you?
I think I want someone there with me, but I think that once I start to, I don't know, once I start to become real vulnerable, that that I get scared, and so I I act out, and I'm definitely a runner.
You said that you felt like your mom abandoned you when she remarried.
Yeah,
Did she like when she remarried? Were you not a part of the family? Were you sent somewhere? Were you not there with her and her husband, new husband?
well, before the stepfather came along, it was just me and my mother, and I we had. I just remember everything was real good until the stepfather arrived, and then um, you know there's
Are you an only child?
oh yes, you know
So it's just
my
you and mom.
a long time ago, back in the '70s when I was born, my mother was 14, and that was very uncommon then. So, yes, I was an only child, and yep, yep. And my stepfather is uh, physically or age-wise couldn't be a father to me anyway because of his age.
Okay.
Kind of always makes me feel some kind of way when I get upset.
Okay. So he was much older than your mom?
No, much younger than
Much
my mom.
younger than your mom?
Well, I don't think he's that much younger than my mother, but still, if he's younger than my mom and she was 14, I think that I don't remember. You know, I don't have his birthday memorized. I don't know exactly.
Understandable. So you felt like mom, now correct me if I'm wrong, I'm just trying to fill in some blanks here. So you felt like mom got with him and it was more about him than you? Is that what caused the abandonment? The feeling of abandonment?
Yes.
Okay. And you said y'all have a relationship now, good relationship now, you and mom.
Yes.
How long has it been since you and mom have been able to just have a great relationship?
Um, about, I'd say, real good. The past 3 years since I got sober.
Okay. Do you feel like your addiction may have caused some barriers between you and mom's relationship?
Certainly, like later in life, in my addiction, but I can remember the resentment that I had well before I was an addict, an alcoholic.
How long have you been sober?
3 years.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so with the abandonment issues with mom, has it been your last relationship? When was your last relationship?
My last relationship,
Mm-hmm.
um, when did we? It was 2024. Did we? It's like February to
how long were y'all together?
from February to October.
February to October. So you say you did you self sabotage that relationship?
That's a tricky question.
Okay.
I didn't help it much, but sometimes I get confused whenever all of a sudden you're there and you're arguing with somebody that you care about, which came first, the chicken or the egg. I don't know. Um, I specifically remember saying, kind of like, you know, I don't understand. Whenever I look at things from an outside perspective, I deal with people on a daily basis, but I don't understand why I'm here and why this is going on, and you know, uh, you know, what type of tomfoolery is going on. I don't know. I don't, I get confused, and whenever I get confused, uh, I get scared and I shut down.
Okay. You shutting down, did that cause the end of the relationship? Like what actually ended the relationship?
I said I'm out.
You're a runner. I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
You're a runner.
Yeah.
Okay.
If if I know, I'm old enough to know that if something's uh, not positive and it's less than a year or what have you, and things are just um, uh, you know obviously not working out, and both of us were kind of saying similar things like I was saying that I would make comments from time to time like I don't feel like I can be myself around you. You know, I felt like she was grooming me to be something that I'm not, and then she would make comments like, I don't think that I make you happy, and I think there was validity in both of those statements, and you know, um, it doesn't mean that the relationship ending whenever it did might not have been the best thing for us.
You don't think the relationship ending was the best thing for you?
No, I think that in a lot of ways, you like someone, you get to know each other, all of a sudden one person's a circle, the other person's a square.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not going to fit, and I felt, and I'm fairly sure that she felt kind of the same way or what have you whenever things started getting volatile at the end, that it was let's cut the cord now, type situation.
So if you could change one thing in the relationship with her, what would it be?
Um, that's a good question. That's a good question. If I could change one thing about the if I could change one thing about the relationship, it would have been the slowing down the process. I don't feel like it was super rushed, but I don't think that perhaps enough time was taken between uh, courting and then us becoming intimate and then spending a lot of time with each other.
So it's safe to say you feel like y'all didn't get to know each other fully before becoming intimate and
more time would have definitely helped. I
It
mean,
would have.
I think that we knew each other, but um, I think that you know, that's for someone that overthinks everything. I could sit here and talk about that for a long, long time, and I do not know the answer.
Okay. So moving forward, do you feel like you're ready for a new relationship?
No,
Why?
too much to do.
Too much to do for as being in a relationship or getting to know the person
I feel trapped.
in any relationship with anyone?
No, I feel trapped right now.
Okay.
I feel trapped right now.
Well, why would you feel trapped?
Um, at my job, I'm the only. I work for a state-funded facility, and right now, I'm currently the only employee with a lot of duties, and so I'm working 6 days a week right now. I'm engaged as a full-time student in college. I'm very active in my recovery community. Uh, I average about 2 hours on average a day of me time in between me getting home, then hitting the books, and then you know, feeding the cats, and you know, sending my grateful lists and the little things that I do or whatnot. But I have, you know, I wake up at 4:30 a.m. every morning. I go to bed about 9 at night, and I get done with everything typically about 8. You know, I mean, it's less than 2 hours, so I feel trapped because of the obligations that I have that are all of my own creation. You know, I know the role that I play in it, but it also doesn't mean that I kind of know who I am inside, and the fact that, you know, I'm 50 years old and I've never had a relationship longer than 3 years.
In the midst of you wearing all of these different hats, because you say you work 6 days a week, you're basically the only full-time employee here that does it all basically. It's like without you, this place wouldn't run too properly, huh?
I don't know. I never try and think that I'm that grandiose. This place has been operating just fine long before Mike Brown came along, you know.
Okay.
But
What?
I do take my, I don't know, my clients are the number one thing in my life. I feel a great responsibility for my clients, and doing as much as I can to help them navigate this very difficult road of recovery. So they got a big part of my heart.
That's
But,
rewarding for you, though. I
yeah,
said that's rewarding for you.
it is.
Okay. What does Michael do for Michael? Like, when do you have your me time?
Well, uh, I do. I just started working out, and I worked in the gym industry for a long time, and I used to bodybuild and take things like that real serious. And then I went a different route and got into yoga, and now I'm kind of. Whenever I told you about that schedule, I was like, "There's, I want to get back on my fitness. I want to get back on my fitness. I want to get back on my fitness. How am I going to make time? How am I going to make time?" And you know, in between, you know, not being able to make excuses to your college professors, and and then the obligations that I have at work, I, I just made the leap and said, you know, uh, being on a tight budget, is this worth $55 a month? And I did the math, and I also working in the industry. I'm scared of signing, but anyway, without getting too long-winded, I did it, and it's funny that once you do something and get involved with it, then all of a sudden time kind of makes itself possible. And I felt like God also provided, because whenever the other counts were put here, I agreed to work 6 days a week. And so, but with me working 6 days a week, I don't do good with a lot of free time on my hands. All I'll do is spend money or get anxious and this and that. I work a very active program of recovery, but you know, um, and realizing that I don't know, it's like I said, the relationship thing is tricky, but the point is that my boss has now allowed me to, like, I can, since I'm working 60, 70 hours a week, that especially Monday through Friday or whatnot, there's other people that are here, and I do all my group stuff in the morning, then I do my individuals in the afternoon. So with me spread out like that, it's not like I'm condensed when I'm carrying a full workload. So I'm able to take these hour and a half, 2 hour breaks. And during that time, I take a book, get on the treadmill, read a chapter of that, then go do my yoga and work out. So things are working out on that. And I'm real happy with it. But that's definitely helping. But that's, before that, my education is what I like to do for myself. It's I do enjoy, I'm a philosophy, psychology geek, and I can read about it, and even whenever I go things over again, it's kind of like when I read what we call the big books of Alcoholics Anonymous. I've read it a gazillion times, but each time I read it, I find something different. So.
Okay. Yeah. That's interesting. How long is this book? How many pages in the book?
Oh, the big book is over 400 pages long, but our basic text is 164 pages, and then the end of it are all stories. But basically, whenever it comes to working the program, it's the first 164 pages.
What are you looking to gain from counseling?
From counseling? From the school I'm in now, or what I'm trying to gain from, because I'm an AADC right now.
No, from school.
Oh.
From school.
The ability to diagnose co-occurring disorders and be able to help my clients that whenever they have dual diagnoses, there's certain clients I can't work with, and also there's a bunch of reasons, but the first one is my clients. The second one is me being able to talk to others that have mental health degrees on an equal playing field, because I work at a state-funded facility. My clients all have co-occurring disorders, but with my AADC, I've been trained in basic counseling and theories and stuff like that. So I use a bunch of CBT and DBT here, and then I bring in different theories or whatnot without getting into all that mumbo jumbo. But the point is, if I talk to a psychologist or a counselor or LCSW, it's kind of like whenever I'm asking certain things, even though it's everything we do is mental health based, because this is a program for a living, not a program to stop doing anything. So it's all based on mental health counseling, but technically I'm not supposed to be doing it, but the state lets us do it, and I want to be proficient in my job, and my degree is terminal as far as AADC goes, so I can't really build on it, and so with me getting this, it's more money. That's all, you know. I gotta include that, and then also the ability to advance, and you know, I'm a real boots on the ground type of guy, but that doesn't mean that, you know, I might not want to be a program director or something along that lines later on.
So,
Can you tell I think about all this stuff way too much?
no, I wouldn't say you think about it too much. It's on your brain. So, I feel like you're real dedicated to it all, and that is always a plus with our lifestyles and the careers that we choose, the paths that we choose to go on. Dedication has to be a part, and I can tell that you're real dedicated to it all.
Still get lonely.
So. I was gonna ask you. So, with everything that you have going on, you want a relationship, but you're not ready to fully commit to a relationship. So,
I wouldn't say that.
you wouldn't say you're not ready to commit to a relationship?
I wouldn't say anything
Where
definitively.
would you find a balance of a relationship with
Exactly.
everything in your life right now?
Exactly. That's why I'm here. I need you to fix that for me.
I can't fix it. I'll try to help you along the way. But yes, I think if you don't mind, that would be an assignment. I would like just for you to see like how would you be able to balance a relationship? What would be the pros and cons of a relationship in your life right now for our next session?
Well, there might be some calculus involved.
a little bit of calculus in
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Don't get me to brainstorming. I'm gonna go all over.
But yes, I think that's something I would like to see for our next session. The pros and cons of how you'll be able to balance it all of a relationship right now.
Okay. Okay. I like pros and cons lists.
Okay.
I do. And out of all the pros and cons lists made, I have not done that, and it is definitely weighs on me. I tend to suppress things, you know, not necessarily my emotions or anything like that, but I just go, all right, you know, just, you know, even though you're lonely and this and that, just, you know, I just kind of go, I gotta knuck up, you know, next couple years, no go.
Yes.
But, you know, cuddling with the cats all night long just isn't quite the same, is it?
Understandable. That's understandable. Yes. Okay. Do you have any questions or anything?
I got a lot of questions.
Do you have any questions that I may have the answers to?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
All right. You know, I it just really feels nice to be able to talk to somebody about this, and I'm glad. I'm just happy to be here.
Me too. I am. I was a little nervous at first. It's crazy. I talk to strangers all day long in my job, but it's like meeting someone new. You know, you have a little butterfly in the bottom of your gut, but I am glad to be here. I'm glad to have met you, Michael. Absolutely.
All right.
All
Can
right.
I go?
Yes, you can go.
It was nice to meet you.
You too.
I'll see you next week.
Absolutely.
I'll check out with your receptionist.
Thank you.
You're welcome.